on that poly versus everything else is it's different with everybody else. So
like everybody's different.
everybody's
Everybody
different.
has their own preference.
What about you?
I feel the same way, to each his own. I don't have an issue with it or anything. I have plenty of friends that is in poly or bi or whatever, lesbian, gay. So it doesn't bother me. I just look at it as whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you're happy with, be you.
Yes.
I feel the same way because you can't be free if you're doing what people want you to do. And when I teach my young people, I tell them whatever you are, if you're gay, whatever you are, be free. Because the people that got you in bondage, they are free, but you won't be free. You'll be a happier person if you be who you are.
Amen to that. I would, I agree also, that people, I don't have a real preference or I don't disagree or either way. Yeah, I just say be yourself, you know, to each his own and do what you choose, how you feel that you love or whatever it may be. Just be yourself.
Personally, I agree. Everyone has their own preference and you should be happy being yourself. But I just feel like stress or a poly relationship has caused stress on the idea of relationships because for me, I feel like poly relationships are natural. We're natural, you know, chasers. We want, you know, we want that affection from the opposite sex or from the same sex, whoever we're into. When you meet someone, if you have those feelings, if you fall in love, it doesn't mean it automatically cuts off feelings for everyone else or every other potential suitor. And because now that these poly relationships are being successful, now it's putting pressure on, like, just say a traditional, you know, monogamous relationship.
I agree.
Right,
I
right.
agree with that.
And it's hard, and it's very, very difficult and hard for single ladies that want that fairy tale, that, you know, the husband, the kids, the big house and all that kind of stuff. It is very, very difficult for single people that want that type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think that also goes along with you knowing yourself and your self-worth. You can't put your base on what she does for yourself. I know myself, so therefore, whatever other people are, that's them, but I know myself. It doesn't put any pressure on me.
Right.
That's an
Everybody
individual
has to.
thing.
Everybody has to be themselves, basically. Everybody just gotta go with the flow on how you feel, pretty much.
Have faith and believe that it is somebody out there that's for you that want the same things that you want, basically. How I
Traffic Stop Wednesdays, located in Decatur, Georgia. Old school block party vibes from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Get out the traffic. Check out the flyer.
That kind of moves into the next topic because the next topic is culture theft. And I feel like that kind of leans on it because, like you said, even though you should be confident in, you know, who you are, that influence of culture and to see someone else take your culture and thrive, you know what I mean? I don't want to call out any race or anything, but things that were considered black, you know what I mean? And strictly black are now just paraded and it's all this unicorn now. It's this great thing now. But before it was something that we had to fight for. You know what I mean? It was something that was particular to us and we had to make it good because the rest of the world saw it as bad. Yeah. So I feel like that kind of relates, you know what I mean? And now that that's being seen as possibly good, people on the other side of that relationship factor are kind of like
Curious.
on the fence, like same way how we're upset, how we can be upset that someone else is taking our culture and now it's this great thing. It could be the same thing, like someone's upset that they're taking their traditional values of monogamy and making a mockery maybe of it.
Yes.
That may be their version of culture theft.
And
You know
it's
what I mean?
opening up curiosity for a lot of people as well. I will say that. Definitely it's opening up curiosity for people.
I think for me, I've had the best of both worlds, white and black, and and I think what I've seen is that we as black people do the same thing. And white people feel that when we color our hair, that we're trying to be them. So we have to see it in their eyes, through their lens, like they have to see our culture through our lens.
And as I see, some black people actually want to be lighter now. I don't understand that. Like, why do you want to be? It doesn't matter if you're chocolate or if you're brown skin, if you're light skin. We all who we are.
I agree. That's like you said, black people do it too. That's that culture theft. Like
That
that.
comes from what's been already, well, I wouldn't say instilled on us, but it comes from your culture, your experiences, your atmosphere, things that are shown to us as far as just regular, just TV every day.
And how
You
they're
know.
being treated by other people. Sometimes people, you have some men that only date light
Light
skinned
skin
women.
women.
Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
it starts a little bit there, and when women see that, it makes them feel a certain way. But then you got some men that like dark skinned women, but majority of the time it's like you see more men into lighter women,
Yes.
and they feel like that's what they want to be. Maybe I can get me a man if I lighten my skin and whatever.
And
but
I don't
it's disgusting to me. Yeah,
Do
it's
y'all feel like
disgusting.
that's from culture?
I don't think really it has much to do with
Yeah.
culture at all.
Yes.
Now I will say this: as a makeup artist, when I used to work for a company, I used to sell all kind of different makeup lines, and one of the lines that I used to sell, women used to come in and get the cream for their face
The
to
lighting
make their
cream?
yes. And even when I match a customer and it's the right tone, they have an issue. They feel like it's too dark. Well, sweetheart, you're dark. This is your tone.
Complex.
This is your foundation. Like, this is what you need to use. You take a picture, it blends, it looks good. Now, if I put you in something lighter, it's going to look horrible.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean, I just never understood it. I used to be like, why do they want lighter skin? Why do they want lighter foundation? I never understood it at first.
But
Yeah.
but like, for example, something that we may be able to have a little more control, because you know skin is something that's something you wake up every day with.
Right.
So I wouldn't
Yes.
consider that like a cultural influence.
Mhm.
But say like the dreads,
Right.
like how they.
Mm-hmm.
20 years ago, you
Yeah.
wouldn't see any other races with dreadlocks, and most black people, if that wasn't in your history, if you weren't Rasta, or if it was that wasn't your go-to hairstyle. You were trying to neaten your hair, you were trying to perm it, you were trying to press it, but locks weren't the thing. But
Right.
that became now this cultural norm, and you see all other races, different textures
And I
of
think
hair,
it's more
locking
of
their hair.
finding. I think it's more of finding what's for you. Like I really, because that's me. I'm not Baptist Christian. I'm not any of that. I'm more so spiritual. So over the years, I've learned that about myself. That my family, some people in my family might be this, they might be that, but that's not me. I had to
Yes.
really figure out what it is. What's
What
Paris?
you want.
What is me? What do, and I'm more spiritual than anything. So I had to start expressing that more because that's just me. That's me as a person. So I think back then, like when people wasn't wearing, wasn't doing the locks or anything, it's because they didn't know nothing about it like that. Of course our parents did, send us to a salon or do our hair and have us thinking it is supposed to be this, supposed to be that. But as you get older, you grow into that.
I've been a stylist for 35 plus years, and I'm a lock technician. And if anybody have that word locked down wrong, it is black people. You should never let anybody call your locks dreads, because that came from white people. It said that our hair was dreadful. That's why they use it. So when I did hair, I gave a consultation on it. Because there are different meaning, like she said, when it comes to lock. You got the groomer, you got the Rastafari, you got the drug boy. You have all those things. So I believe that when it comes to, and even the locks, she said nobody else wore it. That's not true. White people was wearing locks just as long.
Well, I'm not saying that there were no people, but now this is a cultural norm.
Your hipsters,
Yes.
You see
I'll
what
say
I'm
your
saying? I'm
hipsters
not
wore it.
right.
I
I'm not
would-
saying that it never happened.
No,
not saying that.
I was
That's
talking about
naive.
history. While there are people over in England
Mm-hmm.
that been wearing dreads from the time they was a child all the way up until
But
now. But
why
that
is that now? What I'm saying as far as the cultural influence, because in America, that wasn't the thing. The thing was, same way with now thick women. Back then, that wasn't the thing. It was skinny,
Skinny.
no
That's
butt, no front.
That's
Now
true.
everybody wants a thick woman.
Right.
Woman. It's a cultural influence. Once the video girls got in, so that's what I mean with
It's like
the locks.
soon as
No,
Like, there were
I
always
agree
thick
with
women
you.
and
I
there
just
were
was
skinny
giving a
women.
little
No,
something
no,
to
no,
do. Yeah,
no.
I agree.
I'm not disagreeing because there are things we don't know as far as like other cultures, other countries, other things. But I'm just speaking specifically of the wave that comes over Americans. It's like
It's like a trend.
whatever it is, it passes
That's
over
exactly
all the
what it does.
races. It passes over no matter what it is, even if it was straightening your hair.
And I
for-
believe really that should be good because there should not be a certain thing for any race. I feel like if God gave us the freedom to be able to choose the things we want on this earth, it should never be, well, blacks can only do this or whites can only do that or Asian can do all that. You should be able to do whatever you feel that you want to do, no matter what color or where you come from. That's just my stand.
Virtual assistance is available at the Color Block Co. Okay? Not personal assistance. Virtual assistance. Started at $5 an hour. That's thecolоrblock.co, not .com. That's just a C and a O for everybody that's a little bit slow, okay? Thecolоrblock.co.
So that brings us into our next topic. What about, do y'all think about we should wear makeup or no?
Yay for me. I love makeup.
Okay.
I only wear lipstick and eyeshadow. I do believe if you start makeup too early, it does damage your skin. But there are some people that do need makeup, and if that's what they want to wear, they wear. I just prefer just lipstick and eyeshadow.
Okay.
I prefer makeup, yeah, and I think that, again, I don't judge, to each his own. I do think that we all have to, it's just about how you wear it.
Right.
It's about how much you are applying to it. It's about how much you're doing too much. Like you say, your skin tone, your color, everything don't fit. What might look good on me might not look good on her. So you have to be mindful of that. And sometimes, yes, unfortunately, as us women, as black women, well, I don't even say black women because women, period. Women, period. We overdo it sometimes, and sometimes, and and you see the ones that are, all already like, girl, Tom, eyebrow, and it just depends on your own preference. Like me, I'm a more smaller. Some people like the fatter eyebrows. Some people like the more skinny eyebrows. Some people more, what I'm saying? They don't like the eyeliner, they like the wing, the line, and all that. See me, I don't need all that. I don't care for all that. The wing, the front, I don't care for all that. But so I just think it just depends on you and your own preference. Well, how much you can take. Now, does that to the thing where it comes in? I guess the question is how much is too much to say that, oh, if you don't wear makeup then you're not beautiful, or can you not feel beautiful without makeup? Are you not
That's
beautiful
my
without
issue.
it?
I feel like it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
For women, because like if you don't show up with makeup nowadays, it's like you didn't get ready for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't take this seriously. You didn't come professional. Like it feels like without if you come barefaced, then you're shorting yourself in any situation. Like they expect makeup to represent professionalism, beauty, just everything. And if you don't, then you're considered shortcoming. I feel like that's way too much pressure. There's little girls, you know what I mean, in middle school now, and that's the thing, to do makeup. And if you can't, you're lame. You know what I mean? That's what it is now. Back in the day, we didn't do makeup. If you did makeup, you were the fast girl. You know what I mean?
You do lip gloss. I don't think I started wearing lip gloss until like the 8th, 9th grade. But I will say this: I have a lot of Hispanic friends I grew up with, and they've been wearing makeup since like the 6th grade. I promise you, we would be in the bathroom. All my Hispanic friends was doing full faces, 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah.
I think it was nothing.
I am really glad.
I ain't gonna lie, I started with the eyeliner. I was the eyeliner person. The outlining. And all the outlining the lip. Like, who was that? Aaliyah? Who was it? Aaliyah?
With the black liner.
The black liner.
Never should do black lip liner.
I'm kind of glad for the pandemic because the pandemic is really making people go back to the basic. You see more women now wearing their hair like mine. My brother tell you, my hair was down here. I just went in there and cut it off because I'm free. It said you're free. I don't have to deal with all the other stuff. So being in the pandemic, we going back to the basics again. And I like that.
Well, I think with makeup, I wear lipstick, but as she was saying, that you don't have to wear too much. Like, you can be beautiful with or without. Like, I only wear lipstick. So every now and then I wear lipstick. I don't wear lipstick every day.
Well, I mean,
I
there's
would
some
say-
women that can't go to the store. Like I have a
And
cousin.
that's-
No
That
offense.
mean I ain't
Don't
going
say
to
no.
I have a
That's
cousin.
good.
She's not gonna go to nearest corner
'Cause you ain't
without
gonna catch
putting
me
her
slipping.
beating her
Right.
feet.
But that's the thing.
But
That's
this
what I
is
mean
me.
about the pressure.
This
No.
yeah, because
You-
it's no pressure on me. It's just
This is
I
how
love
she
it.
like
This is
it.
this
Yeah.
is me.
But they'll look
and I
at
can't
you
help it.
before they'll look at a natural one.
But this the thing. Do you feel beautiful?
Not all the time. Not all the
Sometimes
time. But check this out.
Do you feel beautiful like without your makeup?
Yes, because that's when I pull the most guys when I don't have it on.
So why do you feel like someone's catching you slipping if you don't have?
Oh
your
no,
makeup?
because
Because that's
it's
who. That's
just
our
because it's
identity.
me. It's my identity.
Yeah.
This is what I do for a living. This is what I love. I'm passionate about it.
That's
I
it.
love to just apply things as just it makes me feel good. And I always tell people,
Yeah.
that don't wear it, that wants to get into it, you're gonna feel a different way when you put it on. And it's all about being comfortable in your skin and making you feel more confident about you.
You're confident.
And to step it up just a little bit, for yourself, not for nobody else.
Right.
I feel good about myself when I apply it. It's not about no one else. It's about how Paris feel when I put it on. I'm that chick.
That's her
I'm
makeup.
Snapchatting. I'm that chick.
it.
That's how
I feel very insecure when I try to put on makeup because I'm not.
That's not
I
you.
can't not a
do-
makeup person.
You're not
So,
makeup
and I
person.
have,
and
and,
that-
and I have, I'm an only child. So the closest people that I have to me are my three cousins. One is an interior designer, one does makeup, and one designs clothes. So they all are like fabulous all the time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
So
now,
I-
your eyebrows is perfect.
Fabulous.
Your
Yeah.
skin is your skin
Thank
is
you.
beautiful.
But I feel like when they do my face, I look great. I feel great. But when I try to do it, I feel inadequate. You know what I mean? Because there's
it's not
so
a
much
part of you.
Yes, no, because there's so much pressure on doing makeup. Like sometimes I'll be wanting to
And
like
you
do a
trying to
little
do it like
eyeliner,
them,
a little
so you trying-
light, and I look goofy.
I
and
feel like this.
silly.
When you got the eyebrows right, you're a step ahead. That's all I'm gonna say. When your eyebrows looking good, you a step ahead because it's like them eyebrows is a
Look,
big
don't look at
major
you like me. I gotta draw
I have
mine.
two girls.
I actually draw.
I have
mine.
two girls. One is 27 and one is 33, and I trained them when they was little girls. I say, whatever you do, you own what you do. If that's what you want to do, you do it, and you don't let anybody change you.
And you can
But
learn
don't
it. And you
become
can
what
learn
somebody
it.
else is.
You definitely can
Yeah.
learn
Every
it.
time
Yeah.
I try.
And I learned. I trust me. It takes time, practice. But
you
you
will
know,
get
mommy
it.
say practice makes perfect.
If that's what you
The Feminine Perspective every first and third Sundays. Come on, sis, at DKLA House of Fashion. You know your perspective matters. Now seeking new co-hosts for the new season.
With my tray with the diamond in his stove. Sucking on his meat like his fancy feet. He be pulling on my dreads like a dog in heat. You a whack ass nigga, no need to.